The power of spices. They say you can find medicines and powerful drugs in your own kitchen cabinet. And today I want to talk to you about a couple of spices which you can mix and make into a powder, which you can have to boost your immunity, reduce inflammation. It's for your diabetes, it's for your heart health, it's for your skin, it's for your hair. Yes, all the healing abilities and therapeutic values lie in a number of spices that exist in almost all countries across the world. Now, when we talk about these spices and the recipe that we're going to make it into today, we need to understand that most spices have therapeutic healing properties. We're going to talk about turmeric, we're going to talk about cumin, we're going to talk about dried ginger, we're going to talk about cardamom, fennel, cinnamon, and black pepper. Now, this is a very, very simple recipe, and you can make like a whole jar of it, which will last you for a month. And you can store this in a dry area and use it every single day for your children and for yourself. For senior citizens, the elderly, everyone. Because the combination of these spices have absolute healing and therapeutic properties. As you know, spices are antimicrobial, spices are antiviral, they are antibacterial as well. And inflammation is one of the root causes of most diseases, be it cancer, be it cardiovascular problems, be it brain disease, be it the inability to pass motions every day, IBS, skin issues, and the inability to lose weight as well. When you have inflammation in the human body, it becomes very, very difficult for you to lose weight. When you're acidic, you have inflammation. You have inflammation in your pancreas, and your pancreas cannot produce the right amount of insulin, and that's when we have problems like diabetes. And then we all know that cancer is an inflammatory disease. So inflammation has to be at a low in everyone. Now, the recipe that I share for you, it's natural, everyone can use it, but you may still want to check with your physician before you use this in case you're on any conflicting medications. So now the recipe is very simple. I'm going to talk in terms of parts. So if I say you take 7 parts of turmeric, this could be 7 teaspoons for some people, it could be 7 tablespoons for some people. So I'm going to use part as the way of describing the quantity. So I'm going to post this in the notes as well, so you can listen right now or you can make notes. So to make this powerful mix which boosts immunity, we all know that immunity is the first and last line of defense in the human body for your children and for yourself. We don't want to fall sick as far as possible. We want to prevent illness. We want to prevent sickness. And even if we do fall sick, we want to have the ability for our immune system to kick in as soon as possible and heal us without the dependency on antibiotics, drugs, missing school, missing work, and being bedridden. So when we invest in our body, we give our immunity the right things it needs. That's in the terms of vitamins and minerals. Your immune system, which consists of trillions of cells, gets the power it needs to fight pathogens, bacteria, viruses, and germs in the human body. And even if you have a disease or an ailment or a complication, immunity is the only thing which your body can use to help you fight that. So now, the recipe is very, very simple. It's inexpensive. You find all of these ingredients locally, and in countries where it may not be available, it's available in most of the shops or on Amazon. You take 7 parts of turmeric. You want to get a good organic or a pure turmeric brand, because a lot of the turmeric is mixed with color. So you take 7 parts of turmeric. You take 4 parts of cumin. Cumin is also called jeera. So you take 4 parts of that. You take 4 parts of coriander seeds, also known as dhania seeds. You take 4 parts of fennel seeds. That's 7 parts of fennel seeds, also known as sauf or variali. You take 2 parts of dry ginger powder. You take 2 parts of black pepper, whole black pepper. You take half a part of cinnamon powder, and you take 3 parts of elaichi, also known as cardamom. Now what you do is you roast the cumin, you roast the coriander, you roast the fennel, you roast the cardamom, you roast the black pepper. You roast this for about 2 to 3 minutes without burning it. You just want to get the aroma of the spices roasting, and then you grind it. You let it cool and you grind it into a powder. Now you add the turmeric and the dry ginger to this mix, which has been roasted and ground into a powder. So you roast and then you add the raw turmeric and the dry ginger powder to this mix. Now you can store this in an airtight container and you can keep it outside, of course in a dry and cool area. Now it's in an airtight container, preferably glass or stainless steel. We want to stay away from using plastic. Now, how do you use this? You start off with about half a teaspoon in a day, because some people who have a lot of heat in their body, okay, this may actually aggravate the heat. So you want to make sure that you start off with half a teaspoon or quarter a teaspoon. Now, you can simply have this with water. You can make a tea out of it, so you can boil it in water. Some people can add it to their food directly. A very effective way of consuming it in the morning is you take a tablespoon of pure ghee and you take a teaspoon of this powder and you slowly heat it for about a minute or two, stirring it constantly. And then you can have that plain, or you can mix it with your breakfast, your lunch, or your dinner. It's extremely important for you to understand that these spices are powerful, and you have the black pepper added to increase the absorption of turmeric in the body. I can't tell you how important turmeric and curcumin, which is a part of the turmeric plant, is when it comes to fighting arthritis, inflammation, autoimmune disorders, and cancer as well. We use this in our treatments all over the world. The power of turmeric is unbelievable. In countries in the West, they refer to it as yellow gold. And India sits on heaps and heaps of turmeric. So when we eat a balanced Indian diet, we automatically consume the right amount of turmeric that our bodies need. And then ginger, we know the anti-inflammatory nature and properties of ginger, which is powerful. Jeera, when it comes to your digestion, when it comes to acidity, when it comes to bloating, when it comes to flatulence, when it comes to increasing your stomach acid to help you with the breakdown of vitamins and nutrients. That jeera or cumin is also in your mix. Fennel, extremely cooling to the digestive system. It's a great natural mouth freshener as well, and it helps you to keep your blood sugar levels low. Cinnamon powder, it's got to be Sri Lankan rolled cinnamon. We don't use cassia, we use the Sri Lankan rolled cinnamon. Extremely beneficial for people who have diabetes, who have high blood pressure, who are struggling to lose their weight. And then we have cardamom. We spoke about cardamom or lychee a couple of weeks ago. Its ability to help your blood become alkaline. So people got to add this to their teas and their coffees and their food. This is a Middle Eastern culture which helps you to make your acidic coffee a little more alkaline. So when you mix, oh yes, and coriander seeds when ground into a powder, works like a natural diuretic, helping people get rid of excess water that they may be retaining. So you put all of these spices together. I'm going to post a recipe in the thread right after this video. You grind this, you make a nice container of it. Now people who travel a lot, I suggest that you pack like a little small container or a little, maybe a little glass jar, and you carry this, because when you travel, you don't have control over the food that you eat or access to great food all the time. So you can wake up in the morning, add like a teaspoon of this to a cup of water, warm water preferably, or boil it into a tea. You can add it to your food and you can carry this wherever you travel. But get this into your homes right now, your children. The weather's changing right now. People have low immunity, colds and coughs. You can use this for immunity, your hair, your skin, your weight, everything. That's the beauty of nature. Nature can be used for everything in the right way, in the right quality, the right consistency, and at the right time. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.